So you've got a business idea and you think it would make a good franchise. What exactly do you need to do and how much does it cost? Today on Franchise City. So most people look at franchises like Subway or McDonald's. They've got tens of thousands of locations. They think that they could be the next mega brand out there. Now, reality check. Most franchise companies, almost 70% in fact, never grow beyond 5 units. That's an absolute fact. Some franchises, they take right off. Most of them don't. They stay under that 5-unit mark. Now, you can save a lot of time and money by doing some research first before you get out there and franchise your business idea, because it's not inexpensive. We're going to discuss that today. Now, there's a few things that you first have to determine to see if your business is a fit for the franchise model. So number one, is your business replicable with proven systems in place? Just having an idea or an unproven business is going to make it very difficult for you to sell to potential franchisees. Buyers, they want proven systems. That's the entire point of buying a franchise in the first place. Why is anybody going to pay you royalties and a big franchise fee just to test your idea? It's not going to happen. Number two, can your business be easily learned by franchisees, right? So training somebody to smile and scoop ice cream, that's relatively easy. Complex technical businesses, they might not translate that well into franchising. Now, it has been done, but it can be challenging. Number three, has the business proven to be profitable? Again, if you haven't proven the model yourself, you haven't proven the profitability, it's going to be hard for you to sell. Number four, is the business unique and does it provide advantages over other franchises? I come across so many, it's usually food franchises that want to be the next Subway, but they can't even communicate what their market differentiators are. You need to know why people want to go into your franchise versus the franchise next door. Now, that could include better prices, healthier food, a trendier vibe, faster delivery, whatever, but you need a unique market value proposition. You need to know exactly what that is. Number five, are you capable of onboarding and supporting new franchisees as they come on? Selling the franchise, that's one thing, but what happens when you onboard one new franchisee or 10 new franchisees? How are you going to train and support them? What if you're in California? Your new franchisee is way over in Florida or they're in Canada. A lot of time has to go into franchise training and support. Now remember, if you have a failed franchisee, somebody comes into your system, their business closes up for whatever reason, you must, by law, disclose that to anyone who is looking into buying your franchise. So it's critical that your first franchises out of the gate succeed, or you're going to have to explain why all of these franchises failed to every new franchisee. And number six, can the business name and the trademarks be federally registered? We're not going to go into the reasons why that can create additional difficulty, but some names, they might already be taken in other countries or other states, which could present issues to you down the line. And of course, the most important one, do you have the money, capital available for registrations, marketing, and ongoing operations? Franchising is a highly regulated industry, and you can't just claim, oh, I'm not a franchise, I'm actually a business opportunity, or I'm a license. If your business fits the criteria and definition of a franchise, the law considers you a franchise regardless, and selling unregistered franchise can result in fines and having to return all the money to all of your franchise owners. So it's certainly not worth it. So what do you need to do exactly, and how much does it cost? So first, you've determined that you've got a franchisable idea. I suggest you speak with a development company. Typically, those consultations are free. They'll let you know, hey, this makes sense, this doesn't make sense, and here are some other companies similar to your own that have done well. You want to take the franchise to market now. You're going to have to create an FDD. That's a franchise disclosure document and the franchise agreement. Now, here is an example of an FDD. They are often hundreds of pages long. And within the document, you're going to have to disclose company financials, the background of your management team, the costs of starting a franchise, the names of all your franchise owners, and a lot more. You're going to need also an operations manual that details everything your new franchisees need to know on how to run that business. So everything from marketing, inventory, hiring, training, hours of operation, you need to let your franchisees know on paper how that is going to work. Now, to complicate matters, certain states have supplemental laws that require you to register with them specifically and be approved in that state before you sell. There are, I think it's 13 or 14 registration states. Those include New York and California, so pretty well-populated states. They need you to register, pay a fee, and be approved before you can sell in that state. Now, you're also going to need to reapply every single year with your updated FDD. There's also additional filings required in some states if you don't have that federally registered trademark. So filing fees alone in registration states are hundreds of dollars. They range, I think, from low end about $125 up to about $750. And you need to register those every single year. So the cost alone just for registrations in these states is going to be thousands of dollars if you choose to sell in them. You don't have to, but you'll have to pay if you do. Now, once you're approved to sell franchises, you're going to need a sales process, obviously, to identify and recruit qualified candidates. And this is where many franchises tend to mess up. They're so eager to bring on new franchisees, they end up selling to poorly qualified candidates. Make sure you've got a clear profile of your ideal owner. Are they sales oriented? Are they technically inclined? Do they need to be good under pressure? Right? Are they ex-executives or are they blue collar? Make sure you stringently pre-qualify your candidates to avoid potential failures. And remember, those first 10 locations are critical. You want them, you need them to succeed. So the TLDR, basics of franchising your business: determine if it's franchisable first. If you're sufficiently capitalized, you've got the money, create and register your FDD, get your agreement done, your operations manual, and get that sales process in place. And of course, franchisees training and support process when you're onboarding new franchisees. So how much does all this cost? There's many variables, including your home state, what you're going to sell, the type of franchise, all sorts of different things. But most new franchises that we've seen work with a franchise development company. There's just so much to learn, so much to understand, and if you miss one single thing, you can get in a lot of legal trouble. So most people will go out and seek a development company. Now, there's many of them out there. Some are good, some are not so good, but a good development company is going to do an assessment first. You're going to determine if your business is a viable candidate to franchise. Then they're going to take you through the process of franchising your business and taking it to market. Now, costs, again, even with development companies, vary widely depending on how much work that you get the development company to do. Some of this work you can do on your own. Are you going to be attending trade shows? What is your marketing budget? A lot of variables. Are you going to use brokers to sell, or are you going to hire internally to sell your franchises? But a basic cost to franchise a business with a development company is going to range from about $30,000 upwards to $100,000 or more, again, depending on how much you spend. And that figure does not include your operating capital. So in a nutshell, if you don't have access to about $50,000, it's probably unrealistic to consider franchising your business, considering all that's involved. Now, Franchise City, we're not a development company. That's not something we do, but we do work with several reputable companies that can help you get started if you think your business is a good option for franchising. If you'd like to set up an initial consultation with one of those groups, you can click the link above here on the video. If you're already on our page, you can fill out the form below and we'll send you our list of referred contacts. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe.